Look, one of the things I was most proud about, our country became energy independent. We didn't need the Middle East. We didn't need Russia. We didn't need anybody. We had our own. We had more than them. We were #1 by far over Saudi Arabia and you know this, and Russia. #1 by far. I had the pipelines going, Keystone XL pipeline. Amazingly, I ended the Russian pipeline. I was not good to Russia. I got along well with Russia. I got along well with Putin. But they weren't happy with Trump, I can tell you that. But Biden opened up this big, massive pipeline all over Europe, but he closed down the XL. And I don't have to say it because you heard it 1,000 times. Yeah. More importantly, we're energy independent no longer. I was so proud of that. First time really in history that, you know, they say 75 years, but I don't believe we were ever energy independent.
It was big.
We were energy independent. We were doing so much, the prices, it was $1.87 a gallon, okay? If you look at the numbers.
Crazy.
And now, yesterday, they had, in a certain section of California, $7.70. It's always the lead. Yeah. It's going to follow, and it's going to go a lot higher than that. And Biden sent people to go see Russia, Saudi Arabia, and other members of OPEC that we need help because we don't have enough. Now, when you talk about, no, it would save, I could get that down within 6 months. I'll bet you I could get it down to $2, $2.50. It's going to be over $10.
Doesn't he know how to do it?
Well, I don't think he does because his answer was weird. You can get it down a few cents. A few cents, no. You get it down many dollars.
How do you do that?
You have to let the oil companies go back to work. They ended leases. They ended Anwar because of Lisa Murkowski, who's done a terrible job.
In Alaska.
She's not a Republican. She says she's a Republican in Alaska. Ronald Reagan tried to get it. Bush has tried. Everybody tried to get it. I got it done. It was all done. Maybe it's bigger than Saudi Arabia. Okay, maybe. They've tried for many, many decades to get it done. I got it done. This would have added to our supply. We're already the biggest in the world by far. Now we're not the biggest in the world anymore. We've ended all the leases on government lands that, frankly, were pumping out for years and not hurting it, done in an environmental way. And if you look at natural gas is very clean. We got windmills destroying our landscapes, killing all the birds.
And not necessarily
the energy is so expensive. And you know where the turbines are made? Every one of them.
China.
Germany and China. Well, it's probably the worst presidency in history. I can't imagine. I used to say Jimmy Carter. Not a big fan of Bush getting us into the Middle East, to be honest with you. I think this is, though, the worst in the history of our country. If you look at Afghanistan and that horrible thing that happened to our nation with these young people being killed, and by the way, so badly injured. We have over 20, no arms, no legs. Nobody ever talks about them. And then to leave $85 billion worth of the best military equipment, brand new, much of it brand new, better than what we have, right out of the box. And they didn't explode it. They didn't blow it up like they said. Yeah. They did a couple of old planes that were not very valuable. No, I think that was the worst. And I'll tell you what, it's getting to be pretty close. What's happening on the border is one of the great embarrassments for our country also.
Well, it's an administration.
I think you have to say an F. And not an F+. It would be an F. It's a failed administration. It's a disaster. I've never seen anything like it. And by the way, I wish he'd do well. You know, I love the country more than I love anything. Family, God, country, you know, we have to take care of our country. I would love to see him do well. I don't think there's ever been a greater embarrassment as an administration. And we had everything ready to go. We handed him on a plate, whether it was the border or Afghanistan. We were getting out, but we were going to get out with great dignity and strength. But it's a great honor because it's never happened before to anybody. If I endorse somebody, they win. If I endorse somebody, they win. I think I'm 148-2. That's a pretty good number.
You endorsed Youngkin.
And I did endorse Youngkin, and we're going to see. I hope it's not going to be 3. Okay, do you understand that? Yeah. I did. I endorse him strongly. He's a good man. He wants to do the right job. Come Tuesday.
Do you think Youngkin's going to win?
I think he's a good man, and I think he's a successful man. He loves Virginia. He loves the country. I think he should win. I mean, he should win. I'll be honest. My base has to turn out. If my base turns out, he's going to win, and I hope they turn out. I really want them to turn out.